Well, that's not gonna work. Let's zoom in on me. Oh, oops. Isn't it fun to start out these videos every time with me just figuring out how to fucking frame myself? That's not bad. Hello! 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 Hello, Chris! Welcome back to our channel. Once again, I lied. I didn't lie, but like I was like, we're gonna get back to doing fun videos together, and we are! But right now he is not here, and that is because we're bad at planning, and he is not home to film a video right now. I know, we want Ian, I want Ian too, and we're gonna have him in the next video for sure. Don't quote me on that. Maybe I'm lying. I don't know, because that's the future, and the future hasn't happened yet. But I figured today we would still do something fun that involves the both of us, because I've been wanting to do this for a while. Pictures on Instagram are just like the storefront of people's lives, you know? You see a storefront of a store and you're like, oh my god, those clothes are so beautiful. You don't see the price tags, you don't see how they made them, you don't see the emotional pain they went through to make those clothes. Not that most Instagram pictures involve emotional pain. Don't quote me on that. Instagram is fake and blah, but whatever. I've said what I need to say already. Why don't we just dive into it? I'm gonna be going through some of our Instagram pictures that contain both me and Ian for the most part. Maybe I'll find one that's just me and like have a crazy story about it, or like know one of his. But I figured I'm gonna go through down some memory lane. That was dissatisfying. Down memory lane of some of these photos and memories we have together, and I'm gonna tell the real story behind them. Let's get into it. Did my voice crack? Let's start at the beginning, shall we? Like, let's go back to our roots. Number one is this lovely photo of me and Ian on a rooftop pool. Isn't it so nostalgic to like see people in public just like hanging out, no worries whatsoever? I don't know though if I had ever put on a mask unless I was like on a construction site, and I cannot tell you how many times I've been on a construction site. Not because there are many times, but because has that ever happened? Why is that the example I'm using? Don't ask me. Stop being nosy. But this was the first day we met. Now, many of you already know this story, blah, 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 pool, invite. I fell in love with him right away. He did not fall in love with me. He thought I was cute, but wasn't that into blah, 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 blah. But anyways, we were at the pool with one of my friends, and I always like would take an Instagram picture with my friend and post that because we were just kind of like gym buddies. But then I met Mr. Ian, and I asked my friend to take some pictures of us because I was like, I really want a photo with this hot man. I wanted to put him on the grid. I also wanted photos and memories of the moment because I was like, this is special. Even if we never talked after that day, like I knew my interaction with him was special. So we ended up taking this photo, and he is serving tan king. I'm serving kind of pale, but I think we both look pretty good. Like, I'm naturally brushing through my hair. That's one of my favorite moves. If, when in doubt, like brush through your hair during a picture and it looks somewhat natural. I don't know, maybe you're all thinking it looks weird as fuck, and I'm like, it's honestly the best thing to do when you take a picture. Like, so don't listen to me ever. But I had worked really hard on fitness that summer. I felt like everything looked good, and we had just been hanging out at the pool, and this was like basically our first photo together. So in between taking these photos and afterwards, we were just talking and like literally getting to know each other. So it's kind of cool to look back on this photo and think like, oh my god, I literally knew nothing about him. This photo is one of my favorite photos of us ever because this is when he was living in LA for a little bit before he moved back to New York. This was the second time I visited him in LA. We had been dating for only a month at that point. And I remember our weekends together were just so amazing, and we would always plan things in these small weekends to do because we literally only had 48 hours together. So one of the plans was to go on a hike, Runyon Canyon. If you live in LA, you know it. If you've been to LA, you likely know it. And I was obsessed with just like getting the memories together because I was so in love and happy, and like when that's happening, you want to capture these things so you can look back and remember them. And I remember there was a bench right over on this little outlook, so I put it up, self-timer, and then I like pulled him in to kiss me for one of them, and the sun happened to like glare right at that moment, right under our feet too, and it just created this like beautiful memory moment of a photo with like absolute clear skies. And it's always weird because like, yes, it looks glorious, but like if you were to watch us, it's kind of awkward taking those photos sometimes because it's just like quiet. I press the self-timer thing, I pull him in to kiss me. Yes, it's magical, but it's also like people were just walking around us. If you were there, you would kind of probably be like, all right, what are these two doing? But great photo. This was March 15th, 2020. 2 days into nationwide lockdown. So this is when we were just having fun in lockdown. It was still cute. You could like go outside and people stayed isolated. It was a 6 feet thing, but it was like you don't buy masks because healthcare workers need masks. So that's why we're not wearing masks in the photo. And things were still really unknown. We didn't really think we were moving in together. We were just spending a week together until I moved on and went home. So we ended up going on a walk and it was like so lovely and kind of chilly. And it was just like, oh my God, we've been long distance this whole time. Thank God we get to spend some time together. We did not expect how long that time would be. That would be a long time. And I mean, come on, I've said this before, but long distance to moving in with each other is crazy, especially when it literally was unplanned. But life was simple back then. It was like, I look back on this so fondly because I remember just like, it was so sweet to be able to go on walks together and like have time. We never had time before. We were always doing everything we could in a short amount of time because long distance, you're trying to soak up every moment. And for the first time, it was like, oh, we can just chill. Nothing's open. We can't really go anywhere anyway. Such a lovely moment. And as I always did, I placed this photo up on this bridge. We took these cute little photos and we were just happy, having a good time. This. Professional photo shoot vibes. What's happening? Very not that. So obviously, this is a few months later. We had started TikTok. We were making some videos. We had blown up for doing pranks and that was cute and fun. And we were going to see our friends Christian and Tyshawn, which we've collabed with them on this channel. We love them, they're icons, they're legends, they're gorgeous. And they were doing a collab with Flight House at this time. So we were just planning on meeting up at Flight House, picking them up, filming a YouTube video. It was gonna be great. Fun, gorgeous, cool, beautiful, legendary, iconic, simple, stunning, light bulb, pillow, bed. And when we were there, Christian happened to mention to the photographer and to Flight House, oh, these two are also TikTokers. They like recently blew up and then started, I guess, like showing some of the videos or something. So then when we arrived, they were like, can we take some photos of you? So we were in like whatever clothes, like literally we're in like half athleisure, half like, I'm in just a white t-shirt. And they were like, let's just take some photos together. So we like coupled up. I love just like the white background. We look like we're just open in space. Ian looks so casual and Ian just looks like a cool fucking guy. And they snapped like 5 photos of us and we got this cool one. And I feel like that kind of like felt like it solidified our time in LA, like our beginning, because I was like, oh, we have this sick photo of us that was just taken on a whim. And where else would that happen right now? Like, I don't know, maybe it would happen anywhere. Could happen in Idaho or something. But I felt like it was a big, very cool moment for us because Flight House 2 is an account with like 17 million followers, probably more at this point now. So to kind of be noticed was kind of one of the first moments I was like, oh, maybe we're like getting somewhere with this. And yeah, Ian just looks so cute in this. By the way, I saw a TikTok today. So this is the TikTok. They don't say who the couple is, so it's really left up to interpretation. As you can see, 1,214 comments, like people are giving their opinions. So I started scrolling, curious as hell, as like, I'm sure we're gonna be on that list. Surprisingly, I didn't see too many of me and Ian's name, but when I found one, it says, Chris and Ian, or is it just me? And I was like, yeah, for sure. 10 people liked it. Like, I will take that. I'll take it. But then I said see more, and Miss or Mr., however you identify, Dakota_109 said, yeah, just you. And it got 31 likes. And that literally warmed my heart. I was like, thank you. I'm not even here and you're standing up for me. Like, that is real boss bitch vibes. Like, you're a real one and I love you for that. I love you. And then here is a selfie for no reason. Okay, rapid fire last round, real story behind these ones. This is because I was crying to the Little Women soundtrack, the song Some Things Are Meant to Be specifically. It always makes me cry. Sometimes if I need to cry, I will listen to it and it'll help bring it out of me. This is half of a duet where I made a sweet video for Ian. He started crying and then I started crying. This is because I was crying listening to my friend Shree's cover of Heather, which is on YouTube. You can check it out. It now has like 7 million views. She does not need my promo whatsoever, but I'll give it anyway. This was when Ian left me at the airport to go to New York when I was gonna fly back to LA after Thanksgiving, and that was the first time we had been separated in like many months. It was a nice reminder. It was like, oh yeah, we've been sick of spending so much time with each other, but we still love each other. This is because I was crying watching the prom for the 2nd time. This is because I was crying watching the prom for the 3rd time. Let me know if you guys wanna. Okay. Stick around for the bloopers. Let me know if you want to know more stories, maybe behind the TikToks if you want to hear behind the scenes, or Instagrams. I don't know. You guys can suggest whatever you want. Ian will be back. I love you so much. Remember to focus on your blooming. Oh, I'm hot. I'm like hot. I'm sweating. How do I say it? I think therefore I am. Really exciting news. Trader Joe's just reposted my reel of me being a Trader Joe's cashier. That's probably the biggest accomplishment that I've ever accomplished, done, had. I don't know what the word is. Okay. Now, many of you already know this story. Do I even know this story? Almost made it my phone background, but didn't want to because we were both shirtless, and I think it would have been kind of weird. I don't know, maybe that's not weird at all. COVID just makes spending time together so long and unnatural. That sounds bad. That sounds bad. But we're gonna leave it. Was this fun? Oh God. Did you have fun? I had fun. Should I do a vlog now? Here's me, out of focus. Where were you sitting? You were sitting right here on top of a box, and there's my ring light, and you're in the bedroom. The bed isn't made, so Ian would probably not want you to see that. Do y'all like me? Are we friends?